How has AI changed the way you think about finance, careers, and the future at this point?
I think I don't agree with the fact that AI can take your job. I think that's the biggest stereotype out there because nobody can replace that human component that we bring to the table. Honestly, there's thousands of AI tools come up. When I speak about academic setting, it makes it easier the way you go about assignments and projects. When I think about professional ways, I think it makes it easier to approach certain things. There's a tool for doing accounting for you. A lot of companies are investing in that startup that's doing that accounting work. There's a tool that does this work for you, this work for you. AI definitely makes you more efficient, but it can take your job, if that makes sense. These companies still need people to do that work for you. They might need 5 people instead of 20 people they were hiring before, but they still need you. Like when I'm doing my interviews, they're not asking me for the technical skills I bring to the table because obviously that dynamic has changed. They see my speech, so they know for sure I've done those things. And then the second round assignments that make sure that I am not lying to them, that I have those skills, right? What they're really seeking for in an interview is how can I adapt to new information? How am I able to use AI? Like how much of a team player I am. So those soft skills are really what they're looking for. And those soft skills you can only build through these extracurriculars activities. So that's why I'm pushing everybody to be like academics and GPA is not everything. None of my single interviews have asked for what's your GPA. I have not even mentioned my GPA on my resume. And beyond 3.0, it actually doesn't matter. So don't put your 100% energy into getting a 4.0. Because you could have a 4.0 and still end up with nothing. Balance really is key to getting success here.
I think I'm going to spend some more time on AI since this is so much important at this point. Also, I think what you mentioned right now, it gave me a thought in terms of how you prepare for getting into a school like Boston College, right? A lot of your preparation is not just based on academics alone. It's about who you are as a person, what your interests are, and how is it that your distinctive voice has evolved through those interests. So, in a manner of speaking, you're also repeating the same process, perhaps amplified when you're looking for the next stage of your growth, which is a prospective career, which is where you would express yourself in a much more freer and much more authentic form. A lot of these people who have come to the commencement speeches, and the moment they mentioned about AI, they were booed in many of the US colleges because a lot of these graduates fear, and rightly so, I suppose, that many of the entry level jobs have gone away or are going away. Yes, AI does not replace the taste, AI does not replace the judgment, but the environment sure has become a little more complex in terms of what kind of opportunities are available. Someone who is getting into a college right now, when AI has become a reality, it has also evolved from the plain and simple chat engine that it was 2 or 3 years back. How is it that he or she should prepare for the jobs of the future, which they would be committing to, let's say, 4 years from now?
I would say, speaking straight from the interview process, the way it has changed for sure is how you approach applying for jobs. Like sophomore year, freshman year, when I was applying for jobs, the process was straight. You find a job of interest, you check their application online, you fill out the application, you submit it, do your thing, yada yada yada. And then you reach out to somebody in the company and you tell them, hey, I applied for this job. Can you give me a referral? That's just your way to go. That used to be the way to go about it. Now it's completely opposite. Since there are so many AI tools that are filtering out these resumes, you need to be visible in this whole entire pool of 1,000 applicants that are applying to the same job. The way I've secured so many interviews, considering the lesser amount of applications I've been applying, is by reaching out to people. Like cold email them, LinkedIn them, like research their profile, find something of common, and just add a note. I have LinkedIn Premium, so I can add unlimited notes to anybody I'm reaching out, right? So add a note like, hey, like I'm a Boston College graduate, studied maths. I saw this post, like super cool. Would love to learn more about this opportunity. And reach out to them. People are more than willing to have a 15-minute chat with you rather than if you actually ask them, could you refer me? because then you're seeking benefit from them, right? So I just ask for a 15-minute quick chat. So they talk about their journey. I ask a couple of questions to them, and then I impress them so much in those 15 minutes that they offer me to refer on the spot. And that's the way you go about it. Because when they refer, it's more of an internal referral rather than external like link that they sent you. So it puts you so up top in the application list. So sure, the number of jobs have decreased, but the way to be visible in this market is actually being yourself. Show your interest in the company, research the job, research the company, research the person you're reaching out to, and add your personal level of touch. Like my first conversation starter is the fact that I moved to the States at 17. And that's something I never used to do. They're so much more open to listening to these experiences because not everybody that is applying to these jobs has moved all across the continent. They don't have that many international applicants applying to these jobs. A lot more jobs that I am applying to are also more startup jobs rather than traditional like Google, Amazon jobs. Since there is a lesser headcount in those companies, they're more open to learning more about you and putting you to these opportunities because you bring so much more to the table. You have more independence and more freedom, I think you can do. So that's just how I approach the whole thing.